Vapor, Ling, and Nova.
Yep. So, yeah, they did end up benching Carlito, which is, I mean, I think that. Ooh, and that's a quick goal. Holy crap.
Well, there's Proster for you. He can surprise you at the start of the game. If you're not used to playing with him, if you haven't played with him in a while, he just comes out swinging. And there's no player like Proster in Zealot hockey.
Yeah, Blitz was a little distracted, I think. He was typing at the beginning of the game, probably wasn't paying attention, and did not expect that at all. But
that's got to be frustrating to start.
Yeah, for everybody on that team. Oh, and almost another one. Jeez.
Oh, man.
Blitz did bite on that little stick fake. And Ling... Ling almost gets in there with Vapor.
Interestingly enough, even though we talked about Alert Eye's production, they have a lasso in the game. I believe he's a European player.
Yeah, that is correct.
He's pretty good.
He is.
I have him going 5th round in Season 7.
Yeah, he's logging on a lot to the NA server and playing with a lot of, our players. And he's like, I think he's really kind of adapted to our style a lot more.
Yeah, he has.
And he's pretty good. He still has the lag, which you can't really get rid of.
Yeah.
It's too bad, but I've seen him become he's improved a lot over time.
Nova tries to hit a one-timer to the bottom from Ling, but there's just so many bodies in front of the net.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna be playing a last out back. Let Proster and Kholin kind of take up the offensive line. But
yeah, that's gonna be risky. When you have a European player in the game, the hardest thing for him to do is going to be staying in passing lanes.
Yeah.
Just because of your momentum with your movement speed is so hard to control with that much delay.
Yeah, and you're gonna have to be able to read people turning their stick quickly. Vapor and Linking are very good at those quick turn passes, and it's very hard to read if you have 120 ms or more.
Yeah, he would almost have to preemptively turn, which is also dangerous.
Ling, oh my goodness, he gets past almost everybody, but it gets clicked away. He's been tearing up the league. I think he still has the highest goals per game.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, I mean, when you have Vapor feeding you and a dedicated defender at the back, that's like an offensive player's dream come true.
Yeah. Yeah, I know Ling thrives off of just being able to stay up and not have to worry about helping out on defense. It really suits his play style on being able to break down defenders.
Yeah. I mean, so far in this game, the Icecocks are up in shots 6-0. Might see a shot here.
Oh, and that's a goal.
That counted as 2 shots for some reason.
Yeah.
We'll ignore that.
2 for 1 right there. But yeah, Eric just didn't boost up in time. It's tough to read those. You don't want to preemptively boost against these players because they usually can read it, but the defense kind of fell apart. Alice wasn't there in time.
Just like that, the game is even again. So Icecocks did a really good job of controlling possession at the start, but one hang-up and it's tied.
Now Blitz is going to take this up. Blitz has had an interesting season in the net so far.
Yeah.
I don't know how to really describe it.
He's had some games that were really good and some that were pretty ugly.
Yeah.
I would say it's just the lack of practice. He's not joining 8 games a day playing goalie.
Yeah.
So he can be a bit streaky in that regard.
Yeah. He's had some kind of, especially at the start, some weird mistakes for a goalie, or I guess novice mistakes where you're biting on fakes all the time. But once he kind of gets in the groove, he's much more solid. And he has a pretty solid defensive squad around him. So.
Yeah, he does. So we have double the passes for the Titans, despite having half the shots. Passes 25-13. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I guess the Icecocks are just getting in front of their net with a bunch of bodies over and over.
Yeah. the Icecocks also, they really aren't feeding Proster that much. He only has 4 passes received in a period. That's just not enough to really get enough chances for him.
Yeah. Linking bounces off the net 5 times in a row. That was a little juicy.
Yeah, just a little. Something I guess I noticed is just I don't know. I haven't really seen a lot of Kholin in this game. He's been here, but he hasn't really been super involved.
Yeah.
That was a good save right there.
Goes for a good attempt, but Blitz reads it.
Yeah. I don't know if Kholin's just having like trouble finding his position in the game.
Yeah. Linking backs out and hits Nova for a one-timer, but that gets cleared out.
Keep it safe and give it to Eric. Eric is locked into goalie for CHL Season 7 after briefly being a skater for it.
You know, it was questionable. People were wondering how well would he do, and even more questions were asked when he was drafted as the best goalie in CHL. But I think if anything, he's proven he's a top 5 goalie.
Yeah.
In Zealot hockey. He's very smart and he's very poised. He doesn't really crack.
Yeah, he also has really good reads on players. He gets really good at understanding players' tendencies pretty quick. I got the chance to play with him as goalie a lot over on EU for the Clan Wars, and
yeah.
I think I was really impressed with how good he was even on EU. And he's really shown how good he is on NA this season.
Yeah. Looks like Proster's going more forward than he was earlier. Gets around Ling. And that's just a good force field timing by Blitz. The gap was there, but the shot just wasn't fast enough.
Yeah. Oh, goodness, they're talking about my Toronto adventure in Twitch chat.
Oh god.
I thought that was supposed to say in Toronto. My goodness. But yeah, that was fun meeting everybody. Vapor in this game dodged. Great dodge by Vapor.
Rip.
Oh, and Proster gets a goal. Finds the
There's a good shot.
Post.
Blitz just wasn't really sure about where his defense would cover. So he sort of just took the safe route and force field in the middle. Most players don't go for that shot when they have a boost. They usually try and go across, at least with a fake across first, but Proster just goes straight for it.
Proster has a really good eye for finding those near post shots. I don't know how he does it.
Yeah, he just has insane reaction time. He just sees it and goes for it. I don't think most of it is planned ahead of time. He just takes advantage of every little mistake that you make.
He also is he's so good at aiming those. I don't know. I struggle hitting those near post shots. I always seem to either catch like the edge of the post because I don't know. I'm not able to match the momentum. It's tricky for me. And
right, especially when you boost. Even boosting straight forward, it still throws off your shot a little bit.
Yeah, the Icecocks are ahead now, and yeah, they've been looking pretty solid defensively for the most part. Only one big chance, I think.
Yeah, they still have double the shots. Again, though, the Titans are such an offensively scary team.
And there they go.
Yeah. They don't need that many shots to score. So as long as they're still in the game and not down by like 3, I think it's anyone's game.
Yeah. Yeah, right there. I mean, the Icecocks were just trying to clog up the middle of the net, and they were able to somehow find a way to get an opening near a post. So that was really good.
Kholin with a chance here. The Blitz will just keep his stick in the way of that shot.
No. Vapor tries to get up to Linking for a last-second shot. He has all of his teammates going forward, Ling, to get by Proster, but Proster gets away from him.
Yeah, I mean, the possession times are interesting. We actually have Ling leading the team by far with possession time. Nova only has touched the puck for 12 seconds. That's pretty low. Like, that's less than Blitz in net.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's intentional or if it's just like he just hasn't been that involved.
He does have 8 passes. I think he's just trying to get it up to Ling and Vapor because he I mean, they are better puck controllers. Like they could, if someone challenges them, they could definitely hold on to the puck better.
Yeah.
So it lets them control the game rather than Nova.
Both goalies having a pretty good game. They're both sitting in the middle of the 80s in terms of percentage.
Eric goes up to Alisal. Oh, almost stripped him. That's just
Although
a panic.
that is because one of Eric's goals didn't count.
Yeah. Oh, that's a risky pass, and I think it could really get a chance out of this.
Yeah, I mean, Proster trying to do what he can there. Ultimately, Eric has to make the save.
Yeah.
The great thing about Proster is he's so good at every position.
Mm-hmm.
If you have Proster on your team, he's literally like he's making half the steals on defense. He's making a lot of the mid-rank passes, and he's scoring.
Yeah.
He just does everything.
Vapor. Oh, he has a gap.
Mm.
Oh, some good clicks by Kholin to get it out of there. Now he's gonna try and get it behind the net.
That's sort of Kholin and Alas's job here.
Yeah.
With Proster on the team, their job is just puck control. Like they've got to keep the puck out of dangerous places and put it in more favorable places.
Yeah. Yeah. Just keep feeding Proster the puck and let him do his thing, and then just keep your goalie safe. Works out a lot of the time. I mean, Proster's had a lot of success with that strategy.
Yeah. Gets another decent look there. Just doesn't aim wide enough on the bottom side. We have Vapor with the puck. Ling is in front of the net, but he backs out. He's doing a lot of that this game.
Mm-hmm.
He's really just taking his time.
Yeah, I think he's being more patient, not trying to force it through the skaters and trying to actually find a gap, because he knows that they're all just gonna crowd the net.
It's an interesting, like I haven't seen Ling do this very often.
Yeah.
I'm wondering what, like, I don't know. I'm wondering why he's not just being more aggressive.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know. I think he's always had done a pretty good job of sitting in front of the net and kind of finding the perfect time to go in. But he's also really good at just forcing it in, and he misses that shot.
No.
That's brutal.
Oh, he wants that one back.
Yeah.
Vapor gets a really nice steal off of Proster when he's going for a breakaway. And
Great pass.
Ling.
Oh, and Kholin gave it back to Ling.
Oh,
that's rough, and Ling's gonna capitalize on that.
Yeah, you can't give Ling that many chances.
Mm-hmm.
You might get lucky with him missing one, but you can't. Yeah, you can't get complacent like that. Whenever you steal from Ling, you have to send the puck somewhere else. If you stay near him, he will get it back every time.
Yeah. So with 1 minute remaining, if the Titans win this game, they lock up the second seed for sure.
Yeah, they're playing this pretty smart. They might go for a shot here.
Yeah.
They could have honestly held that a lot longer, but good for them to not do that.
Yeah.
That's some honor.
I mean, they're gonna keep going. It looks like, at least.
Yeah, we scrimmaged the Titans a couple days ago. The Express did.
Yeah.
His Vapor's going for a goal here, and he gets one.
Nice goal.
But we revealed a very dirty strategy to the Titans at the scrim.
Oh no.
2 days ago, we offensively bitch walked for 4 minutes straight.
Oh yeah.
Using the rounded rink, and they got really salty about it. So I wouldn't be surprised if they pull that out here.
Right now, I think they're in a comfortable enough spot to just keep going and go for those stats. When getting another goal. Yeah. I mean, they've gotten 2 goals in the last 3 goals. I don't know. They've really gotten a lot of goals in these last couple seconds. Made the game look a lot more open than it actually was.
And the way this usually happens is Kholin actually almost gets a goal, hits the post. The way that usually happens is when your best player is sort of doing everything like Proster does, you end up having him play defense a lot of the game, and then finally when you realize you need to get points, that player starts taking more risks, and it
Mhm.
really leaves the rest of the defense vulnerable.
Yeah.
And I think that's just what happened at the end. Proster had to start trusting his teammates more, try to get some offensive production, and it just didn't work out.
Yeah. Blitz had a pretty solid game, 87%. Some pretty good looks for both teams. I mean, definitely at the end, the Titans got away with a lot of goals.
Yeah. Proster with about the same possession time as the rest of his team combined.
Yeah. Yeah, he's always one to hold the puck as much as possible, though.
Yeah.
He likes to control the game. And, I mean, Lincoln was right up, only 2 seconds behind that possession time.
That's a really impressive game by Ling. I think he's really demonstrating, like, even if he didn't have another first rounder in Vapor with him, he can be that carry player that you need. He's not just like a tool that you use on offense. He can really run the offense and call the shots when he wants to.